Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. In today's video, we will tell you a sentence. There was a religious noblewoman, and the pious religious woman was keeping a snake in her stomach. That's why her children used to die as soon as they were born. She was the only child of her parents, and she was very pious, pure and innocent. Allah Ta'ala had awarded her with beauty, and her character was very virtuous. Many people were her lovers because of her beauty, but once it happened that a man saw her and became crazy about her beauty. In a way, he was planning to somehow get this girl, but it could not happen due to her marriage. She got married to a Muslim boy and was very happy with him, and here the Hindu boy was regretting that if he could not get her for himself, then no one would be able to get her. The marriage is done, but I will not let her be happy, and he left her in the forest. He went to his town and started shouting and did black magic on the girl. Because of this, the girl's husband used to stay away from her and wouldn't even look at her, and they didn't have any child for the first 5 years. Then the woman got upset and started saying that first of all, an inferior husband and then a child hasn't been born. Then on someone's advice, she got spiritual treatment done. After getting spiritual treatment done, finally a very beautiful daughter was born in their house. Everyone used to adore that girl, used to get near that girl, but he did not go near the child at all. She was sad about this, but she thanked Allah at least for the mercy in the house. One day love will be born in the father's heart for his daughter. When the child turned about 8 months old, one day, Allah's guest, a beggar, went to that woman's house. The woman said, "Give this beggar alms and send him away," but he starts insisting, "I want to meet the mistress of the house. It is a very important work." But that woman did not come in front of anyone as she was veiled, but didn't know why she came till the door to meet the beggar. The beggar said, "Give me roti to eat." The woman gave him 3 rotis and salan to eat. After eating, the beggar said, "Daughter, won't you give me water to drink?" The woman said with kindness, "There is water in a big brass glass, go bring it." When the beggar took the brass glass of water and saw inside the glass, he said to the woman, "There is a snake in the glass. Mistress, black magic has been done upon you." She was surprised. "How can this happen? No, who will do magic on me? Who would be my enemy?" The beggar said, "But black magic has been done upon you that none of your children will survive." Then she started laughing and saying, "Hey, you are lying. How can I accept what you say? I have a daughter who is sleeping inside." The beggar said, "Okay, go inside and see that what I am saying is true. Your daughter is not sleeping. Instead, she is laying dead." After hearing that, she got very worried and quickly ran inside and saw her daughter that she was actually dead. Then she came back at the door, but the beggar was not present there. She sent her servants to chase the beggar, but he had disappeared. The husband was also informed about this, and everyone was surprised to know how the child died suddenly, and who was that beggar who told the news of his death. But that forbearing and grateful woman used to prostrate to Allah Ta'ala for the death of her daughter and said, "Ya Allah, what crime have I committed, that my happiness has been snatched away from me?" However, after that girl, almost 1 year later, a daughter was born again in her house. She was even more cheerful than the first daughter. That woman did not bring her daughter in front of anyone so that it would not be seen by anyone, as she had already lost one daughter and did not want to lose the other one. But when the girl turned 2 years old, the same beggar came to the door once again. When the maid started giving alms to the beggar, she recognized the beggar and ran inside and told the mistress that it was him. "The beggar has come, the one who told the news of your daughter's death." Okay, she once again doubted that her other child might also die. She ran inside and saw the girl who was sleeping comfortably. She took a sigh of relief, and she told the maid that he should leave after eating the food. And actually, it has been done. While leaving, he told the maid that black magic has been done on the mistress of that house. "No child will survive in this house. Why is she not listening to me? Get herself treated. Tell her that someone has done magic on her. She will never be a woman who has children." The employee came and told the same thing to the woman, but at first she was not accepting it. But till then she started crying incessantly because the beggar said it. The servant got scared and ran quickly to meet the mister, that is the husband. He came to his house riding a horse. Then, as soon as he got down from his horse, the horse did a strange thing and started to dig in the courtyard. Everyone was wondering what had happened to this horse today. Why has he dug a grave in the house? After such a long time, the woman's daughter came walking towards the yard before anyone could stop her. She fell into the dent made by the horse. Everyone came running towards the crater of the horse, and when they took their daughter out, they saw that she was already dead. After this accident, the woman was convinced that the beggar was right. She picked up Amil for breaking this. During the treatment of Amil, another daughter was born. She and her husband were very worried that their daughter might also die, but that thing happened what they feared. One day, the woman and the husband were taking their daughter to Amil, but while they were on the road, suddenly an eagle came and took away their daughter away and flew on the sky. They kept watching. The eagle took her to a high place and threw her down. After coming to the ground, their daughter's entire body was disintegrated. The parents were crying in agony that their daughter had come. Who is there to kill our daughter like this? Who is the enemy? The woman keeps crying in sorrow for her children, and she even saw the death of her daughter in front of her eyes. The husband was already bored about that woman. At least he used to come close to his wife because of his daughter, but when 3 daughters died on the spot, his family members started provoking him that, "Son, your wife is unlucky, and if any child is born to her, they just die. We want a son, someone who is the shining light of this family, the heir of our property. Don't give birth by her. Otherwise, if he is born from her womb, he will die. Son, you should marry again." People were instigating him, and the husband was also thinking of marrying again. One day, the same beggar came at this house for roti and asked, "Is there someone to feed this hungry beggar?" When the servants opened the door, the beggar was present there in front of the door, and when the woman came to know about it, she came running to the door and said cryingly, "Now whom have you come here to take? Whenever you come, you take away my child. Now I have nothing to give you. I am at a loss. Am I destined to have no child?" That woman cried. For a long time, he kept reading something, and then he said that this, "Look at this utensil. Look what I see." As soon as the woman looked inside, there was a black snake sitting coiled there. She screamed and retreated. The beggar also said, "See with your own eyes." Black magic has been done on you, and at the same time, through the magic, a black snake has been placed in your stomach which would kill each of your children. But my children were born safe and healthy. The beggar said, "Yes, the thing here is that you get happiness, but happiness is taken away from you. There is no one else to kill the child. Only there the snake kills your child. And I tell you one thing, that who did it? Hindu Amil has got it done. He is a Hindu among many Hindus living in this colony. He is after you. He had seen you before marriage. He was crazy about your beauty. But when you got married, he went to Amal, who got black magic done. He learned a mantra and went to the forest and studied that thing for 40 days. After that, he cast a spell on you and your husband. That's why your husband used to love you so much, but now he has started hating you. You understand what I said? That man has done such a dirty thing on you guys that you and your husband will not be able to see the happiness of having children. If you want your children to stay alive, then you will have to face a lot of difficulties. That woman was a very noble servant of Allah. She would never have this thought in her heart that she would do bad things to anyone, but bad things were happening to her. It means that Allah Ta'ala tested her, or someone was behind her. When she came to know that there was an enemy, then that courageous woman started saying that she will overcome every difficulty. I am ready to go through, but that dirty Amil has to be removed from here. The beggar said, "Think again, because this work is very difficult." She said, "I am ready." He said, "To get your children alive, you will have to give birth to that snake from your stomach so that the life of your children can come, and your children would not die." So she got nervous, but because she had promised that whatever would happen, I am ready to go through every difficulty. I have full faith in Allah and His creation, and she agreed to do this strange and unbelievable task. The beggar told her to do some rituals which only that woman had to do. She told the whole thing to her husband. He was very upset. He said, "You are taking so much risk for a child, and you are even ready to keep a snake in your stomach? Are you sure that the beggar is telling the truth?" She said, "The beggar was sent by Allah Ta'ala, and I believe in him, because till now whatever is happening, it is happening in front of your and my eyes. Also, the hatred for me in your heart is done by the same Amil, and I will do this Amal anyhow, even if I had to do anything." The beggar also told her that the snake is present in your stomach, but it is not growing but when you express your love for it, like it is your child. You have to love like that, and you have to give birth to it and bring it into this world. Somehow get him out of your stomach. The beggar said that. You understood this thing and also told her that you have to do this ritual in the silence of the night, without talking to anyone. Now, as she said that whatever is inside my stomach, I will bring it into this world. I will become his mother. The snake heard her words, which was inside her through the black elm, and it just started growing. There she had also talked to a third person, that if a snake would come from my womb and not a human child, then I wouldn't be afraid, right? Believe it. And then the time came when she gave birth to a snake, as she was practicing a mountain cutting those 40 days of spiritual practice. So in this way the snake came out, not alive but in a dead condition, and by the order of Allah Ta'ala along with it, she also gave birth to a child who was alive. But the color of that boy was absolutely blue. It was very sad that he died some time after his birth. A mother with 3 daughters and a son who left this world. What is happening to me? But seeing that snake in front of her, she was really surprised at how I have nurtured this black snake inside me, but now it has come out. Allah Ta'ala will make my destination easy. Exactly 1 year later, Allah Ta'ala made her blessed with a healthy boy. That boy was absolutely fine, and after him Allah Ta'ala made her blessed with 2 more sons. Now the effect of black knowledge was destroyed. One day, the beggar came to the door again. The woman came to the door with devotion and asked Father, "What's the matter? Aren't you going to let me know the news which will break down my heart again? Also, I have a son now, and thanks to Allah. He is healthy and is fine now. I pray for them every day for their long life and that no one should harm my children." The beggar said, "Daughter, this time I am not going to tell you any bad news. Instead, I am going to tell you this good news. The Hindu Amil who had taught this boy this spell has been killed by the bite of a snake. He was again doing black magic in this forest on acting on you for snatching your children from you, but by the grace of Allah, a black snake came from somewhere and bit him. And also that boy, the one who was your lover, he was making him to do this spell again on you. He was also bitten by the same black snake. Allah Ta'ala did mercy on you, and the enemies you did have, they have been removed from you. Now you can live a happy life, and Allah Ta'ala will give long life to your son and will make him the heir of your property. By the grace of Allah Ta'ala, that pure and noble woman started living life happily. Viewers, we pray to the Almighty Allah grants us the ability to do wonders and protect us from evil. Ameen. Ya Rabbal Alameen. That's all in today's video. To get Majid Islamic videos, subscribe to channel and be present with us. Press the bell icon and click on all. Thank you.